ends that way as we pick up the action in the fourth quarter. Patterson's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I wanted to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That'll be caught by Rice. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. 158 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. And why do you go out and trade for a guy like this defensively? Well, an instant impact in your pass rush is reason number one.
And let's think about it. You want a guy who can create big plays for your team. Takeaways, fumbles, you name it. That's what you want from a big-time player on the defensive side of the ball.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Lions on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be third and forever. Goff now to throw. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Goff now looks to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Goff. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. But he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Goff. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Now Goff. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
2nd and 11 now. Here's Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. That's to the tight end, Laporta. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. That pass caught. It's Williams. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now a 3rd and 6. On play action, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. Well, Carter, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game one of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for Kansas City, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is teasing with my Panthers. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome.
The players on your quickly upgrade your team at the end of
keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with so they saw this war before I go. I left some hours in my face brain. It was like worth for 10K off cause it is 10 gaming. In the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights from straight off the plane to the back of the place. Then I sat down stage to be like, see the crowd going ahead to be like. So I sat down stage to be like, see the crowd going ahead to be like. Courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehaving, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give up about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the f*** you think of days. But hey, what about it? So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the crowd going ahead, they were like, ooh yeah.
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Hey, vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a Sprinter. What's a two up. Never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely hang out with these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your lineup.
Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Never turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta give respect for my job. It ain't easy. In a good mental state, and God is the reason. This is plain Jane season. Fresh up off the plane in Japan, I ain't leaving. They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house.
Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
He originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when his franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, a rematch of last year's AFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now a 7th-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week: 19 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. From midfield, here's Mahomes. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Now 2nd and 5. They run the option left with Lawrence. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. On 1st down, Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now Lawrence to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The kick by McManus is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they put...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. That'll be caught. It's Toney. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They go play fake. Mahomes. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal. Line 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Toss right side to Pacheco. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rashee Rice from 8 yards out. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown On their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
There he goes, left side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First down, right back to Etienne. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 20 carries, 70 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started. They expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him so far. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Now Lawrence. He's got it. Touchdown Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. McManus's point after is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. 25 yards that time.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Here's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes.